Are you dealing with loneliness this holiday season? Let's get into it. I recently did this article with Brains Magazine where I was talking about preparing for love during the holiday season. But then I started to think, what if you don't have the kind of love that you were expecting, right? Or looking for, this year or whenever, right? How do you deal with loneliness like during the holidays? I remember there was a time in my life where I felt very lonely. And it wasn't that I was alone because I always have people around me already. I know that people love me. That's not really the thing. But I felt very lonely, right? And I just want to say, because I know that this time of year can be really, really hard for some people. As much as it can be joyous for other people, it can be really, really hard for some people. And so I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about how do you deal with that, right? What do you do? One of the things that I like to do, and it's just me and, and everybody's different, but I like to pour into other people. So when I start to feel down, when I start to feel a little depressed, sad, lonely, whatever that is, I focus on giving to other people. I focus on doing for other people. Because I truly believe that, what you sow, you reap, right? And I believe in karma. So it's like when you put good energy out into the world, you get good back. It may not be the same type of energy or the same thing that you put out there, but I really do believe in that, right? So for me, because I know it's hard because I've been there myself, feeling lonely during the holidays or any time really, is that, surround yourself with the people that love you, right? Regardless of who they are, really love you, not those that are like trying to fake and, and be your friends or whatever they want to be. But surround yourself with people who really do love you, find organizations, maybe volunteer. Like sometimes, serving other people really helps helps you to feel better, and I know that does for me. But I would say to me, I love just, pouring into people. And the more I give to people, the better I feel, right? And I know that probably sounds counterproductive, but at the same time, I think it does work. It's like, there's this saying, and I'm not trying to downplay anybody's feelings or emotions or experiences, but there's this saying that when you help other people, it helps you, right? And I really do believe that, and it's like when you take the focus off of you, when we take the focus off of us, right, and we start focusing on other people, because I really believe in good or bad, right or wrong, that there's always someone having a worse situation. And one of the things that I try to do in my life, and I wasn't good at this before, but I'm better now, is that, I let people have their space, right? Like maybe someone's having a bad day and they seem rude or they seem, obnoxious or whatever that is that they seem in that time. I just ignore it and let it go. I don't take it personally, because if you think about it, none of us really know what people are going through on a daily basis. And a lot of us, have things that are heavy on our hearts, on our minds, and we're just trying to keep moving and we're trying to keep going. And, people don't know that, there's so many things going on behind the scenes, right? So I would say, lead with love, lead with compassion, lead with understanding, but just know that, to me, I think we all do. I don't know anybody that's never gone through a spell of loneliness, right? It's like we all feel that, even though we may have people around us who love us and who care for us, there's just something about it, right? So I would say if you're feeling lonely this year, call some old friends, not like hookup friends, but just friends, right? Call some old friends, hang out with some of the people love you, right? One of the things that I didn't know about until I think it was like a couple of years ago, last year, I don't know, but it's like cuddle groups. And I love this concept of cuddle groups. I seen it in a movie one time and I thought, what are they doing, right? But I love this idea. It was either a movie or a show, I don't know. But I love this idea of cuddle groups, coming together with people that you love, you care about, and just hugging them, embracing them, in a safe and comfortable and loving way, right? And I think, that in itself, is a big deal. And for me, I'm a hug person, right? You can hug me all day because I love to hug people, and I love when people hug me, and I love a good long embrace because I think it's really important to have that connection with people. And so, and to me, I think that also helps with, the loneliness to some degree, is like having that connection. But one of the things I'm going to say, and I know it may be hard sometimes, is to put yourself out there, right? Even when you're feeling crummy or crappy or sad or, just not yourself, put yourself out there anyways, pick up the phone. Send that text message back to someone, respond to that email, respond to that, person who's been asking you, can we go hang out and have coffee? Now I'm not talking about in a romantic way. I'm just talking about in general, because I believe that, romance is one thing, but when it comes to just being, a person living on the earth and trying to do what you do, it's not just about romance. To me, it's more about community and connection, right? And so to me, if you can find the people, your community, your tribe, your universe of people who just want to like care for you and love you, and it may not be romantic, right? But it'll be loving and caring, and they will be there for you when you need them. And to me, that's what makes the difference when we get to like holidays and other times of the year when we feel lonely, right? Is that we are connected. We are so connected. Last year I went through a spell of loneliness and sadness, and it wasn't about dating, because I decided not to date, right? I decided like, okay, I'm just gonna spend some time by myself, focus on work. But sometimes we just get into these I don't know, it's like ways of, things are not going the way I thought they should go, right? Things are not working out like I wanted them to. And I would say, pour into somebody else, volunteer, help somebody, give to somebody else, right? And I really do believe that will help you, because love is universal, and it's not always romantic, and it doesn't always have to be. But you can get love from a lot of different people to help you to get through the holidays, to help you to get through tough times. And I think that's really what's important. So let me recap really quickly. If you're feeling lonely, reach out to people. If you have some people that, you hang out with, if you have some organizations that you're associated with, if not, find them, right? And get out of the house, do some things, help some people. I'm telling you, there are so many people out there who could use help, who could use a conversation, who could use, some food or some gifts for their children, whatever that is, right? Who could just, would like to have a kind word, so I would say, if you're feeling lonely, do what I do, if you can, and, pour into other people.